Okay, this is the pirate ship in which we will be embarking against a boss that hasn't spawned yet. We've hit the red button already. Just before starting, I've switched to healing spec, which just makes things easier to heal through damage rather than having to run around so much. Might seem like a shortcut, but it works quite well for one healer and one DPS. If you haven't got to a healer in your pack, there are some healing grogs on the ship, which you can just drink as a normal drink while in combat.
It takes about 2 seconds to do though, 2-3 seconds for the GOG to take effect.
So I'm going to do my usual and run around and take up loads of aggro. Right, we've got to take these barrels and plant them on these deck hatches.
And I smash AoE all these dreaded swabbies because they're really weak.
Now, it's an important note for us to say now, even if you are doing normal mode, we suggest you clear the ship first of all trash.
Because they get pulled as you do the boss. And the boss comes after you destroy the heart, which is that floating thing shielded. Called the Heart of the Dread Fortune.
That's what I've got selected right now. Yep.
And you watch out for these purple bubbles. If you stay there, a fist comes out and hits you up in the air, and you have a chance of going overboard.
I'm good at that.
And you watch it for the barrels because they do really hurt players as well. And the saw blades, there's achievement to avoid these. And also, there's a cheat for the achievement if you die and you get combat resed. That tends to work, even if you do get hit by them. And also, they do a lot of damage, so you want to avoid them anyway.
One of the techniques, if you're doing normal mode, if you wanted to get a really easy achieve, would be to just stand where I am now. You won't get hit by any buzzsaws. Just watch out for purple circles. They won't generally happen during the boss fight. And then when the boss spawns next to you and throws you up in the air, you get thrown into the barrier. You don't go overboard. So you won't get hit by any buzzsaws. However, you might get hit by one of her abilities, which does quite a lot of damage. So again, having a healer would help with that one.
You just heal through it.
Now, both of us are probably going to put some of the tactics into action, which you'll see during it. One of which is a outer wrath, which means you have to run in. And one of them is an inner wrath, which means you have to be outside the inner circle, otherwise you get knocked back. You'll understand a bit more of it when we get round to it. You're onto the heart.
Yeah, I'm just going to damage it a bit whilst I had the barrel
on
my back because they disappear.
We've still got some trash up here.
Yeah, I know. Just since I had the barrel on my back. Oh, because it disappears within a set amount of time if you don't use it. I got some of my pet now as well. He got hit by the barrel, unfortunately.
And one of the nice advantages of this is that I can group them all up and Sharpeye can just AoE them.
Let me summon my pet real quick.
Okay. Alright, that's the boss up there that we'll be fighting. They don't start until we've got this heart down to 0.
And also during the fight, there'll be lava pools spewing out from the ship because it's sinking into lava. So, and they do a lot of damage, so you want to watch out for those pools.
And as an example, I just stand in front of this so you can see that you do take damage if you stand in front of a buzzsaw. And that was the fist if you saw it.
Yeah. And the saw can hit you multiple times, not just the once. Alright, let's get this heart down then.
Do you want me to carry a barrel as well?
Yeah, might as well. Because you can, once the first barrel will disable the shield, and the second barrel can do a lot of damage to the heart.
Just gotta find one now.
It's not necessary, actually. I have one, it's less than 50%, and we tend to down it at 50% per barrel.
Alright,
Oh,
I'll just get ready then.
alright. If you have one, just place it on there if you already have it. If you don't, then we can get this down. Alright, scary for that boss.
Okay. So we can see it's got the hard mode symbol, just to double check. I'm not going to worry too much about the safe zone.
Alright, and her rapid fire attack is interruptible. And it's ideal to interrupt that because it does a lot of damage to the player. Watch out, she's doing it now. You can see I went flying there and I'm in the safe zone, so I did not fall overboard.
However, I took a lot of damage, and that was because I was being an idiot.
See that shot she's doing now? You can interrupt. I just let her shoot a bit more so you can see in the video. 1,000 cuts, she summons AoE saw blades everywhere.
I think that's what I got hit by.
And I think she teleports the person furthest away.
Okay, so you could see I was outside the first circle, which was the initial one that could have thrown me overboard, which it tends to. And then you run back into it. So when she teleports, you run slightly out and then run back in.
Yep, it's very quick. She switched between them. And I always constantly ensure there's a heal. My heal over time, my pet's always on, so right when it ends, I put it right on. It's important in any fight. Though I don't actually need to in this fight because Jerok's healing. Oh.
It's one of the techniques to this as well. If you're common to going overboard, just make sure that your back is not facing that way, where I'm currently looking. Otherwise, you will end up, which I commonly used to, down there. It's not good. So just keep your back to that side of the ship or that side of the ship, so if you do go flying, you're still on board. Or alternatively, where Sharpeye was standing, you won't go anywhere near the buzz source. And again, we get some more rep.
Lovely.